Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, there's gonna be more updates as always on Kylian Mbappé. I've been gone for a few days, just, been a bit busy. But that would also mean that there's more updates coming out from different sources, different outlets on Kylian Mbappé. Also, Lautaro Martinez, could that be a possible option for Real Madrid to go for? But his agent has spoken. Also, more on transfers, um, on outgoings and incomings as well. But let's start things off with the summer's biggest transfer saga, Kylian Mbappé. Now, from where we left off a few days ago, I was on here, if I'm not mistaken, like two days ago, 3 days ago. I think by the time you guys are watching this video, it would have been 3 days ago. But 3 days ago, until now, the one thing that we were waiting for was for an official bid to come in to PSG from Real Madrid. Now that has not happened, and I think what we can expect now is after 1 week of August, don't expect a bid to go in the next 2 to 3 days, because I think what Real Madrid are going to do is what has been reported. They're probably going to bid late, and it's probably going to be an insulting offer. Now, you can take it as what you want, you can take it as a positive, as a negative, but that is just the reality. That's probably going to be what happens. Real Madrid are probably going to bid on the 20th of August or something like that, and they're probably going to bid like 120 million or something like that. But that is what we are still waiting for, because the first bid for Real Madrid is the key, because we know that realistically, if PSG were to sell Mbappe this summer, it's going to be Real Madrid. So all eyes are on Real Madrid, and Real Madrid are yet to move from where they are right now. I think that when Real Madrid move, then we can see the position of this whole deal move as well. So that is that in terms of Real Madrid. But here we have got a piece of news from Ligue. Real Madrid want Kylian Mbappé to publicly state, "I want to leave PSG." That would be tough to see happen, but you can sort of understand why Real Madrid want that to be the case, because if Real Madrid last summer, as I've always said, Mbappe said, "You know what, I'm going to join," and then he signs a new contract. You don't want that to happen again. Real Madrid want to make sure that, you know what, if you want us to pay, and if you want, us to make a bid for you, then we need you to say, "I want to leave PSG right now," because then you would clarify things more, and it would just almost just end off this saga that he could still stay, because guess what, he could still stay. So that is that. We've also got another piece of news. Florentino Perez is ready to make 180 million euros first bid for Mbappe, but he wants Kylian to tell everyone he wants to leave. Now again, Kylian Mbappe, every time he's been asked, he's been saying, "Look, I'm only not going to sign a new contract extension, but I want to stay." And in fact, everybody knows that he wants to stay for one more year, but not signing the contract extension. But what that would mean is he's not guaranteed to join Real Madrid. So what Florentino Perez wants is, "Look, you tell everyone that you want to leave, and we'll make a bid in." Simple as that. And to be fair, I think that it's come to a point when, you know, he's already, cut ties really with PSG, that I think it's obvious that he wants to leave. But he's not publicly said that yet. So it would be good for Real Madrid if Mbappe came out publicly and said that. But that is that. We also have a Kylian Mbappé overall update from Ligue. So to sum things up, a summary essentially. As we've said and we've read, Real Madrid want Mbappé to publicly say, "I want to leave." Florentino Perez will be ready to make the first offer of 180 million euros if Mbappé does this. Real Madrid's offer could even reach 200 million euros, but depends on Kylian. Okay, well, that's interesting. Look, I think that it's down to Kylian now. Really, of course, we are still waiting for Real Madrid offer, but Real Madrid are saying, look, we will make an offer. We will submit an offer of 180 million euros. So that would be tempting to PSG because I think everyone's expecting an insulting offer, like maybe like 100 million euros. So realistically, 180 isn't bad. But of course, it's not gonna be the full 180 going to PSG. It's probably gonna be 100 going to PSG and 80 going to Mbappé and his agent, which is obviously his mom. But something like that. So obviously PSG want to get more. But for Real Madrid to submit that 180, which is a reasonable bid if I'm being honest, for a player that's got 1 year left on his contract now, I think it's reasonable, and I think it's down to Mbappé to say, "I want to leave," because PSG already know that, and then just say that because it's not gonna affect anything because everyone knows you want to leave. Say that Real Madrid make a bid, PSG probably accept the bid, get the deal done after the next week and a half, 2 weeks, and everyone's happy. But let's just wait for Mbappé and what he wants to do really. But we have some news here from Fabrizio Romano. As of now, obviously, nothing's been happening. Mbappé hasn't said anything, so we're waiting for the transfer. But based on what he's doing at PSG right now, let's hear. Confirmed, Kylian Mbappé tomorrow will be in the loft training group of players for PSG training, not the main group. So players like Drexler, these sort of players that they want to get rid of. So, look, he will be part of the unwanted players, which, obviously we've heard from about 2 weeks ago. And here it is from Andy on Rubia. It is very likely that Kylian Mbappé will not play against Lorient in the first game of the season. And Kylian Mbappé will not be called up for the Ligue opener, which is against Lorient, confirms Mario Cortegana. And lastly, if PSG did not let Mbappé return to the squad before the 3rd of September, Kylian Mbappé can go to the court. Of course, player power, he's got the rights to do so. But I think by that time, we would have already known if he's staying or if he's leaving. So if he has left by that point, this doesn't really matter. But if he stays, and he's gonna stay for another year, and PSG don't let him return, then he can obviously go to the court and take them to the court and probably win, and they have to pay him more. So realistically, I don't think that's what PSG wants. So they have to act right and act accordingly in terms of this case, in terms of this deal. But just a bit of a summary in total from everyone that we've heard for. Real Madrid ready to make a bid, first official bid of 180 million euros. It's down to Mbappé to publicly state that he wants to leave, and then Real Madrid will make the bid, of course. So let's see what happens on that. Right now, he's training with the players who probably are not going to stay, Julian Drexler, players like that, and he will probably not play for the first game against Lorient. And if he does not make it to the squad, he can take PSG to court. So that's what we've heard in the last couple of days. Let's see what happens on this deal. It's fascinating. Of course, we're still on the 7th of August, the first week, so anything can still happen. But I would say watch out for the next week to see any new developments on this. But as I said earlier on at the start of the video, Lautaro Martinez and his agent had something to say. Lautaro Martinez's agent, Real Madrid, it's one of the biggest teams in the world, and any player would love to play there, but Lautaro is very happy at Inter Milan, and it's a team he loves very much. He is the captain. Now, I'm not so sure if the agent was asked about a Real Madrid move, or there were speculations, but obviously the agent has decided to clarify things. Look, I think every agent wants the best for their player, and it's the same. You know, the agent is coming out saying, look, it's a big team. Real Madrid is a big team. Anyone will want to play there, but obviously my client wants to stay at his current club, and he's the captain, right? So that makes sense. So you know what? It's nothing special. You know, we've heard it many times before, so it's not really like, oh my days, is Lautaro Martinez gonna go to Real Madrid? No, it's not. Because, firstly, it's true. I don't think Lautaro Martinez wants to leave his comfort zone at Inter Milan. And I swear Lautaro Martinez is more like a Barcelona type player. I have no idea why. He just feels like a Barcelona type player anyways. But I don't see Real Madrid going in for him. So that's just that, really. As a player, he's a great player. You know, he's a very versatile player. He can play anywhere in the front three. But I personally don't think he's that player that Real Madrid are looking for. I think to replace Benzema, you need Harry Kane. And we are not going to get Harry Kane. And the next thing that you can get, if you're not going to get an out-and-out striker, is a player who is capable of doing everything by himself, which is Kylian Mbappé. So even if you can't have a team player like Benzema or Kane, you at least have a player who is capable of doing it by himself. And I'm not saying Lautaro Martinez is not capable of doing it as a team or as himself, but I just feel like that Real Madrid are going to go hard on Mbappé, and I just can't see Lautaro Martinez happening. But obviously, let's see what happens. Now, I'm going to add off with two more news. First one from Relevo. Tchouaméni is not for sale despite repeated rumours. We've talked about this for the last 3 weeks or so. He's not going to be sold. It doesn't matter if we're going to sign Mbappé, because Tchouaméni will not be sold for Mbappé, neither will Valverde, neither will Camavinga. It is as simple as that. And then lastly, I just thought I'll bring this up really, because it seems like a good stat. But the biggest kit deals per season, Real Madrid top with 120 million euros. Barcelona second with 105 million euros. Obviously Real Madrid, Adidas, Barcelona, Nike, and then Man United, Arsenal, Adidas, PSG, Nike, Man City, Puma, Chelsea, Nike, Bayern and Juventus, Adidas, and Spurs, Nike as well. So that's that. Just thought I'll bring it up because why not. But hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know what your thoughts are down below on Kylian Mbappé, also on Lautaro Martinez and Aurélien Tchouaméni staying, and also on the biggest kit deals per season. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Hit the like button if you did. Subscribe to the channel if it's on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.